You right guys, RCADDICT. Now how many of you FPV geezers have done this? Now I'm going to show you a really cool way of how to just quickly fix it while you're waiting for a new toggle switch to come. And this is a really cool way to use the 6 buttons, but use one and use it as a toggle on off, and make sure that when your radio switches on, it checks it and it always puts it to the position that it should be in. So this will have facts, illustrations, everything I can think of to give a good example of how to use this push button switch and how to make it safe so you can still use your radio while you have a broken switch. Okay, so let's get on with it. So the first thing we have to do is we have to disable the toggle switch. Now if you like me and you've got a few models, then we can disable it globally, so you don't have to go through every model to disable each model. Why do we have to disable it? And what's actually inside a toggle switch? Do you know? Let me show you. Then you'll realise why we have to disable it.
More info, control/management of the new reassignment of the push button switch
So
to
these
come.
are the standard type of toggle switches that Radiomaster use. And as you can see, they're all different lengths, different sizes, so you don't have to use the ones provided by Radiomaster. You can just solder these on. So I just thought I'd show you this before we get onto the actual radio and programming it, because it's quite interesting to see the different types of insides of the switches. The first type, you can see that inside the actual switch, the monkey metal bit, if you want to call it that, there's like an arrow with a fulcrum, and at the bottom of that, the contact swings from front to back. So you can imagine if that top bit comes off, inside you've still got that fulcrum flapping about, yeah? And if that switch is still active, well, turn to home, anything. And this design, this is like inside there, you can see the spring at the top, it's like a biro pen, yeah? And at the bottom, you've got conductors at the side, yeah? So that's why it's got that side image as well.
Far away from here, far away from here.
So you go into System, and then you scroll along, and just past the one there, replace switch. Okay, so this one here where it's got the voltage, you're going to want to scroll up, and then you will see just above customizable switches, you will see switches. Okay, so you go into switches and you pick, obviously in my case it's the SD switch. This is global, by the way, so this is for all your models. You're going to want to disable it. Okay, so SD, and you're going to want to put none. Okay, so now that's disabled, it's disabled it on a global, because it's in System, it's global. So just to show you, to prove that, now if I move this, nothing. Okay, so nothing on there. And if I change model, so if I go to the AOS, on there, nothing. Okay, so that switch is disabled. You can also prove it by going on to your channel monitor and nothing again. Right, so that switch is disabled, and you know now that that broken switch is not going to affect anything that you do. These are all individual models with different model IDs for the Express LRS. So let's go into the one that we were messing about with. Okay, so just check again. Yeah, so it's disabled. So isn't it a strange world now? You know, you've got smartphones, you've got smart TVs, and you've got PCs, and you've got our radios, our Radiomaster TX, the new one, TX16S, and Radiomaster, any of them. They're all smart. And if you think about it, they're all merged together. They've all got the same kind of sensors, barometers, lux sensors, voice activation, all this. And everything is becoming smart. I remember years ago when TP-Link brought out their range extender, and I was just amazed that it could be plugged into the wall socket, and the electrical signal, 240 volts, was sent to the range extender, but also the Wi-Fi signal was sent down the same line as the electrical signal. And be careful, don't charge your smartphone like in a port that you in a plug socket that you don't know, because believe it or not, 2 to 3, 4 signals can be sent down that electrical line. So you can have 240 volts of electricity going to your charger, which steps it down to 5 volts or 9 volts. And if you want to look at it darkly, you can have an exploit coming down. So uploading to your Radiomaster TX whatever, and oh god, it's just getting insane, isn't it? So there's one to watch out for. Anyway, let's get on with this. Right, then you're going to want to go into system again, okay, because you're going to want to choose one of these ones. But this time you want to go into customizable switches. If you look at the top, you've got switches, the name, the type, startup, off and on. So if we go down to the bottom, so switch number 6, you can see that I've labelled it return to home. It's 2-position switch. When the radio starts up, if you imagine all your switches are in the up position, so facing forwards, okay, so when it starts up, you want it in that position, so the facing forwards. The next one obviously is the colour, so off is red and on is green. Go back to your main screen. Anyway, when you come onto mixes screen, you want to put your mixers there so you can see actually what's happening, okay, and relate it to BETAFLIGHT. You can also see your jitter, okay, so you can see on my aileron I've got a little bit of jitter, okay, so on BETAFLIGHT there's a setting called jitter factor. So that jitter, how it will actually sound in your motors, every now and again you'll get like a knocking noise, and by giving it a higher jitter factor, no more than 14, you will get rid of that knocking noise, okay. But that knocking noise can also be that your filters are wrong as well, or your gain's too high. Wake up! Nearly there. So then you want to go to your mixes tab, where you have the switch, which in my case is rescue. You want to go in and edit that. Edit. Okay. And you can see it's a normal way round switch, which relates to the modes tab in BETAFLIGHT. Okay, so my rescue return to home, I have it on a hold 2000 microseconds, and that's what the top value is.
Return to home stopped.
Okay, so in here all we have to do now is change this to our button. Okay, so if we scroll down here, you can see that we haven't got a switch 6 because I renamed it return to home, and that is now a global variable, so it will come up all the time. Okay, so that's return to home, and that's all we have to do. So now it's a 2-position switch. Hasn't got a voice, we have to change that, but there you go, simple as that. So I want to say thank you to everyone, and especially if you have watched all of this. I am totally worn out. It's the first video tutorial I have done for ages, and well, I just want to get out and fly. So thank you very much, and I hope you're all okay. Take care. RCADDICT.